my name is Deborah and welcome to my channel Stitch the Stash. Today is Saturday, June 1st. We are at the beginning of a brand new month. Where has the year gone? It's unbelievable. But I thought I'd bring something a little different to you today, and I thought I would record my very first Stitch with Me video. I was thinking maybe I would record once a month and see how it goes. I just thought it would be something nice to add to my channel in addition to my update videos and any special edition videos that I might record. So what do I have today? I am working on Think Spring by the Bay Needleart. This was one of my mania starts this year, and I absolutely love it. I've used it for a couple of the Magical Stitches challenges, and right now there's a pop-up challenge that's happening, so I thought I would add a few stitches in on this in that challenge. And this is where I'm at right now. The fabric is hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. It is a 28 count Lugana, and the color is Shimmering Pool, and I think it's gorgeous. The colors are popping on this, and so I am excited to get this done. So let's go ahead and get started. My needle minder is House of Mang. You can find her on Instagram. I will link her page in the description box. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Today in New York City, it is sunny. We are in probably low 80s, high 70s. It's very humid. I currently have to have all of my windows closed because it's a lot of street traffic outside right now, and you probably will be able to hear some of it. The birds are chirping very nicely, and it's nice to hear the birds out and being happy. And I realized that I crossed my stitch. Okay, my lighting, the sun went inside, so I lost some of my lighting, and so we'll see how this goes and make sure I stay in frame. So I hope everybody had a very happy, safe Memorial Day holiday this past weekend. If you are in the US and observe it, it was extremely hot here. We finally hit our summer weather, and we're still in spring. And I unfortunately was sick all weekend. I am dealing with my second bout of a sinus infection. Been to the doctor this week, and it's viral. So antibiotics is not going to do anything for me. I've been taking, I started with Claritin and some ibuprofen, and now I'm on Sudafed. So we will see how it progresses. I've been on treatment since Wednesday, and I'm feeling a little better. I'm still congested. I still have a little bit of a cough. But that's okay. I'm feeling better. I have a little bit more energy now. And hopefully by next week, I will have kicked this to the curb completely. We shall see, right? Yeah, work has been work. There's been a change in my office, and my manager, he retired from the firm after being on leave for a couple of months, and so it's kind of see what happens to me, because I was reporting to him directly and was like his right-hand person. So we'll see what happens. I'm optimistic, but work's going well. I have a job, pays the bills. Yeah. So I also hope everyone had a wonderful Mania. I only participated in the first 19 days, and I feel like I had a very successful Mania. And in my next update video, I will share everything with you. I thought I would record it today, but again, since I haven't been feeling well, I figured I really didn't want to put my face on the camera today. I'm sure you all can relate. So instead, you get a fun little Stitch With Me video. And I'm hoping that it's recording okay, because I'm recording on, I see that I'm recording on my iPhone. I'm projecting it to my Mac, but I'm not sure how. Sorry, it keeps jumping. I'm seeing it's jumping on the screen, and I'm hoping that it's not jumping on the recording. Hoping that's not happening, because I tried to record directly through my Mac, and for some reason there was no sound. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. This may be going in the garbage. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop and check out my recording to see if it's actually jumping around or if it's smooth. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I checked it out, and I am recording just fine. It's just my my viewer on my Mac is jumping around. So we are good to go again. And I wanted to show this to you. This is Kelly from That's So Kelly Co. She is now offering these, can't remember what they're called. Like they are her Bitzy Bobs or her BBs. She's making them into little squares now, and I love them because you can just stick it into your existing project. And as you can see, I have this one overloaded, but it has the magnet, it has the felt piece. I could buy like a million of them, but I only bought the one. So that's what I'm using to organize my threads. And yeah, just want to show that to you. All right. So yeah, I'm not going to have to trash this video. It's actually working quite well. All right. Let's get back on track here and see if I put that in the right spot. I think I did. Let me just take a little closer. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, so yeah, today's June 1st. Tomorrow is my 4-year wedding anniversary, 10 years of being together with my husband total. It's actually our anniversary to the day. We had our very first date on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2009, and we got married on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2015. So we didn't have a big wedding. We just got married down in City Hall, and it was wonderful. A very good friends of ours had hired a photographer, and so we were able to have some professional pictures taken. We walked up to the Brooklyn Bridge and had pictures taken on the bridge. It was raining, but it was magical. I remember walking up the bridge in my 4-inch heels and my wedding dress, because I did go buy a wedding dress, and it was raining, and people were just congratulating us and telling us that the raindrops were a blessing on our marriage. So, yep. I'm very thankful that I have these gorgeous pictures to document our day. And I'm telling you what, City Hall can be very magical. We were one of the first 2 couples to be married that Tuesday morning. So probably by like 9:30 in the morning, we were married. We had 3 witnesses, and then we made plans to meet up with my husband's brother and one of our good friends for a late lunch, celebratory lunch. But first, I had things to do. It was a Tuesday, so hubby and I, after we had all of our pictures taken, we stopped in Starbucks because, I was thirsty, and then went straight to the Social Security Administration because they were right around the corner from City Hall, changed my last name, and then we walked over to the DMV to change my name there, and then we worked our way back up to Central Park area to have a very, very nice lunch. And it was amazing. And on our way home, we took the subway home, still wedding dress, suit. And there is a little bar up the street from where we live, and we decided to step in and belly up to the bar and have a beer to end our day. And I still remember when we walked in and sat down, the bartender comes up to us and he says, "So, is there anything special about today?" Because I'm sure it's not every day you see someone walking in a wedding dress. And of course, then he gave us our beer on the house, which was really super nice of him. Yep. So 4 years married tomorrow, and that just looks a little funky to me. So let me take a little closer look. Well, it's just the way the stitches are. Okay. All right. And then my husband's birthday is on Monday, June 3rd. So we kind of celebrate the days together. Of course, we were going to go drive out to Long Island tomorrow to have lunch at this nice little, we were going to go to Greenpoint, and there's this restaurant called Claudio's that we love. It's right on the water, and don't know if we're going to do that tomorrow because it's supposed to rain. And I also am not so sure I want to sit in traffic because on this past Sunday, we had to go out to Long Island for my husband's goddaughter, 3-year, she just turned 3, so they were having a birthday party for her. And it's a 40-minute drive, and we were sitting in the car for 2 hours each way. So, we figured a holiday weekend, everybody already be where they wanted to be, and that traffic would be easy breezy. Yeah, not so much. And tomorrow, if we went, we would leave early and we'd come back early to hopefully beat that weekend Hampton traffic trying to get back into the city. Because that's not fun. We have sat in traffic quite a bit. And it's not any fun. All right, so I'm just going to end this thread real quick, and then I'm going to change colors. All right. So let's see. Yeah, so I believe I started talking earlier about Stitch Mania, and I hoped everyone had a successful mania if you participated. I know many people did it for the full 31 days. And I don't think I would ever do that. I was very happy with my participation of 19 days. And for me, I was looking forward to it being done, because I was ready to focus on all my wonderful projects that I had started and that I had renewed my love for during Mania. I alluded to in my last video, update video, that I would, what was I going to do post-Mania? I wanted to focus on finishing some things, and I said I had identified 12 to 13 projects that I wanted to finish. And just trying to thread this. And I have indeed noted 12 projects that I would like to finish. And I have actually finished two of 12. So hopefully, and I'm just calling them my post-Mania finishes. And they don't have to be Mania projects that I started or worked on, but most of them are, because I would like to free up some space for next year. And I really don't want to carry over too many projects that I started last year in 2018 and carry them over into 2020. So yep, I shared over on my Instagram account 2 of the projects that I had finished, and I'll share them with you in my next update video. I actually have 3 finishes to share with you, but I'm only counting the 2 finishes towards my post-Mania finish, because the very first finish actually occurred on the last day of Mania. Yep. So my countdown to StitchCon is happening. I leave on, I believe it's the 27th of this month. I'm looking forward to it. Super excited to get a little stitchy vacation in. Super excited to meet a lot of people. I think it's going to be a great weekend, and hopefully my introvertedness will not interfere, because I am actually a very shy individual, and my friends laugh because they're like, "You introvert?" And if you don't know me, I am very quiet. But then once you get to know me and we get more comfortable with each other, then I'm that introverted, extroverted friend that has a lot to say and a lot to share. But I listen too. Don't get me wrong, I'm a good listener. But, you know, even I've noticed, even like with my own family, you know, I'm one of 6 kids and married. There are nieces and nephews, and when we would all get together, I know that even though I know my family quite well, that I tend to take a back seat. And that's just my introvertedness. And I don't see anything wrong with it, but some people do. Because they don't understand it. They think you're rude or stuck up because you're so quiet. So I don't think I'm going to encounter that, because, you know, with a lot of stitchy friends, and a lot of cross stitchers are introverted. So I'm looking forward to it, and with a lot of people I'm excited to meet. And if I meet you, please give me a chance to have a coherent conversation, because again, part of my introvertedness is I have a hard time finding words and keeping a conversation going. So I have to decide what projects I'm going to take with me, because I'm trying to take projects that I don't need magnification for. And what does that mean? That means I have to take projects that are 28 count, light background projects, projects that I can see with just my glasses, or even if I take my glasses off. So I have a few. I think I'm going to take my butterflies, Stitcherovia butterflies projects with me, because that's already, I've been making that a travel project for me. I've been taking that to work. If I don't finish this project, think spring, before I leave, I will take it with me, because I'm sitting here right now in not fantastic light, and I'm able to stitch on it. But I don't know what else. I don't know. I would like to take at least one more. Maybe one of my sampler months, because that's 28 count fabric, and I would be able to see it, because they were saying that not every table will have access to power. And while I do have a travel magnifying light, there's no guarantee that I'm going to be at one of the tables that has an extension cord hanging down to where I could plug it in. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. I do have a light that I can clip on to the edge of my hoop or Q-snap, and that's really great light that I can shine on. I just don't have any magnification for it. But it's okay. Makes me travel a little bit lighter. Yeah. So in my next update video, I'm going to be recommending, well, I'm going to talk about books, because I was asked to recommend books. So I thought in my next video there's 3 books that I finished recently that I would recommend. So I'm going to add a little book recommendation, or what I've been reading section, into my next video. So if you are looking for a new book to read, maybe you'll find interest in what I have been reading myself. And I've chosen, it just so happens that the 3 books that I've recently finished are 3 different genres. So hopefully one of them will be interesting to you if you are an avid reader like I am. And I am an old school reader. What does that mean? That means, you remember years ago when e-readers came out, and I was very reluctant to start using an e-reader. I'm the type of girl that likes to hold the book in her hand, to feel the pages, to even smell the paper. I love going to the public library and checking out a stack of books at a time. At the time, my last job, I had a long commute, or longer commute than I have right now. It was probably 45 minutes to an hour commute on the subway. But what was nice was that I got a seat in both directions. So I would just pull out a book and go to town. And that year, I probably read 40 to 50 books. All right, but then, let's fast forward to my new job, and it's a much shorter commute. I take 2 different subways, and I don't always get a seat. And I don't like having to hold on to a big book, while trying to hold on for, to stand up, stay upright. So at my current job, for administrative assistant or professional appreciation day, they give us gift cards. And that year I'm like, oh, what am I going to use it for? And that's when I used it I broke down and I bought a Nook. And so then I started using e-readers. And I was still using the library because I didn't purchase a lot of ebooks. And at the time, there weren't a ton of books that I could get out of the library for my Nook. So I was still getting lots of books out of the library, but I would just read those books at home and then commute with my Nook. And now, fast forward to the past month, I have ventured into audiobooks. And the problem I have with audiobooks is that I need to pay total attention. And I have a hard time doing that if I'm listening to an audiobook and like sitting here cross-stitching or knitting. I have a very hard time. I lose my place in the book. Whereas when I'm reading, I am absorbing the words and I can remember what's happening much easier. So I first tried to listen to an audiobook while cross-stitching, and that just did not work out for me. If I'm working on something very easy, mindless, I probably could do it. Or the book has to be really good. The narrator has to be excellent and keeps my attention. So what I've been doing is, instead of reading my Kindle on my commute, I listen to an audiobook. And I just listen to audiobooks during my commute. And also, sometimes at my desk while I'm working, I can sit and listen to an audiobook if I'm not having to concentrate too hard on what I'm working on. So I still have my e-reader, and I bring it to work with me every day because on my 15-minute break in the morning, I will sit and read my current book that's on my e-reader, and then I read that book at night before I go to sleep, because I try to read before bed every night, even if it's only for 10 minutes. So I've been able to finish quite a few more books by doing the audiobooks. And the only reason why I think I started doing more audiobooks is because I'm able to complete more monthly extra credit book assignments in Magical Stitches, School of Magical Stitches and Literature, because I'm doing audiobooks, and they're allowed. They just have to be a certain length. And I haven't had that problem because the shortest book I listened to was just over 4 hours. The longest book I listened to was 25 hours. And I did that for this month's, the May-June extra alternate book reading assignment. We had to read a book that was 700 pages or more, and the one I chose was 702 pages, and it was just over 25 hours of listening. It took me a couple of weeks. I had to actually because my library, because I was able to download it from my library, and I get it's 14-day lending period, and I had to renew it because I'm not listening to them on the weekends. So it's only Monday through Friday. Say a total hour commute each way. That includes walking to and from the train. My train ride itself is probably 45 minutes, 40 minutes. So it's not too bad. Yeah, let's see. And oops, not where I wanted. No, that is where I wanted to put it. See where I'm at. Yeah, I'm loving this piece. These flowers are making me so happy. It's a good pick-me-up, especially when we were having very cold temperatures still, and it was spring, but it didn't feel like it, and we were having a lot of rain. These are bright, happy colors and very cheery. And now I'm finding that this is a very quick stitch. I'm hoping to have this done by, I'm not going to say by the end of this month, but definitely by the end of July would be nice. Because, like I was saying, there's 12 projects that I identified as wanting to finish post-Mania, that I'm not picking just small projects. I'm picking projects that are decent sizes too. So some I will finish quickly, others will need a little time devoted to them. And I'm done with this color, so we'll end it off. I just run it under a couple times. And yeah. I don't know how long. Oh, we're at 25 minutes. So we don't want to make it too much longer, because I'm sure you don't just saying, I thought I did a wrong color. I'll finish off this red and then we'll end this. So I'll finish off this little flower right here. And hold on, my screen went to sleep, so let me bring it back to life so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited to be going to Ohio for StitchCon, and then in August I'm going to the New Jersey Flosstuber retreat. That's gonna be a lot of fun, and at least I will already have my first retreat under my belt, so maybe I won't be as nervous as I am for this one. And let's see, where, right there. Yep. It's a much smaller retreat. It's just over 100 people versus the 400. But I'm going for StitchCon, I'm flying out with Carmen, Broadway Stitcher. We're flying out on the same flight together for StitchCon. I'm coming back on a different flight on Sunday. And then for the New Jersey retreat, driving down with Carmen again, and then Caitlin, the Broadway, the Big Apple Stitcher. She is going to be attending. So super excited to hang out with these two ladies and then meet lots of new people. I'm looking forward to meeting Michelle, Bendy Stitchy. Super excited about that. And I think a couple of Flosstubers that are going to StitchCon will also be going to New Jersey. I know Abby, she's Top Knot Stitcher. She's going to be at StitchCon. Super excited to meet her. And she's also going to be at Jersey. So it'll be nice. Will be nice and a lot of fun. And I'm super thankful that I am able to go to these two events and be able to hang with cross-stitching peeps, like-minded individuals that have the same passion that I do. Can't wait. I love this project. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. I'm also quite pleased with how I'm staying in frame. And I'm also really pleased that I'm able to do this, find something to talk about, and not make any mistakes. I'm impressed with myself at the moment. I don't want to go between those two threads. The sun has come back out. And I know in my last update video that I am giving away my extra copy that I purchased of the Squared Up by it's Heart and Hand, of the monthlies, the May, June, July one. And I will pick a winner before my next update video. And who knows, see what happens tomorrow, and maybe I'll record my next update video tomorrow. If not, it will be next weekend for sure, because I don't like longer than 3 weeks to go by before putting out an update video, because then I just have way too much to talk about. My videos get super long, and I know how some people do not like long videos. They don't bother me. I actually love long videos. I just break them up, and it doesn't bother me. But I know there are some people who like shorter videos. And I think the only way that I would get to a 30-minute video is if I recorded once a week. And right now, I'm not able to do that because, those of you who make videos know how much it takes. You sit down, you get your stuff together, you record. Sometimes it's multiple takes. Sometimes it's, you get lucky and it's one take. You have interruptions. For me to do one of my videos, it takes me probably a good hour to record. And then you got the cleanup. Then I sit down and I edit. And then I sit and upload and get the show notes together. It's an all day, all afternoon into early evening adventure for me. And I do like to edit. I don't, sometimes you need to edit. And I take pride in trying to put out good quality videos with all the information that I'm showing. Anyway, so I think, and I don't leave my recording equipment set up, and I think for me to go to weekly videos, it will have to wait until I have space to where I can always have my recording equipment set up to where it's, I'm also not having to deal with weather and lighting and whether or not my husband's home. And wow, I love that flower. So for right now, I definitely try to do every 2 weeks, and again, depending on what happens tomorrow, maybe I'll be able to record an update video. All right, so that color is done. Let's see. End it off. Oh, and there's my back. Doesn't look too bad. I try not to carry threads, and if I do carry, it's only for a couple of spaces, and then I always try to run my threads underneath other threads next to it, so it looks a little bit neater. But I remember when I learned how to cross stitch, it's one of those things that you want your backs to look good like your fronts, and I applaud people that where their backs look exactly like their fronts. Very impressive. But I don't know why people are afraid to show their backs, because you know what? It doesn't matter. As long as you're enjoying yourself and having fun, right? It shouldn't matter what your back looks like. You shouldn't be ashamed of them. And people shouldn't judge. People shouldn't judge you because if you have a messy back, well, that's your prerogative, right? It's your choice. All right, guys, so I am at 35 minutes with this recording, and I do have to splice my two videos together, so we're going to be probably like a 45-minute Stitch With Me video. And right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you enjoy this video. If you would like to see more Stitch With Me's, let me know. Again, I'm thinking once a month doing a Stitch With Me, and I might be persuaded to do it twice a month if there's enough interest. So until next time, guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have lots of stitchy time. I hope you have good weather where you are. My heart is going out to everyone in the Midwest that has been suffering with this torrential rains and flooding and tornadoes. My heart goes out to you, so I'm hoping you're getting a little bit break in the weather. All right, guys, until next time, happy stitching. Bye.